the majority of people who go out to drink don't go out to enjoy, they go out with the intent, you know? They're looking to get drunk and have fun, and I think that vodka provides that.
Absolut Elyx, the latest entrant into the super premium vodka world, aims to capture market share from brands like Grey Goose, Kettle One, and Belvedere, all while changing how people think about and drink vodka. But how does one actually market an odorless, flavorless spirit?
If we go back in history, actually all vodka was not colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Russian vodka had a certain taste, Swedish vodka, Polish vodka, and all of those countries have been producing vodka for hundreds and hundreds of years. And I think what's happened in America, which is a little bit of a shame maybe, is in the past 10, 15 years, the market's been educated that vodka is not supposed to taste anything. It's basically water with a hit of alcohol, but that's not how it's supposed to be. It's actually possible to create vodka where you can taste something which is not just alcohol. You can have some butterscotchy notes, some vanilla notes that comes naturally from the distillation process.
Right, but today, people don't know that.
Today, people mainly use vodka as a mixer. And I think what we can do, and what Elyx will do, is shift this so that you can actually enjoy vodka neat, or on the rocks, or in a martini, and you'll actually perceive and appreciate a taste difference.
If you're in the position where you're trying to package a vodka, right, to a customer, I think it's safe to say that your customer base is already developed. It's there. You don't need to recreate it. They drink your spirit because they don't like the taste of liquor. That's why they drink vodka. So why would they want to drink it on the rocks? They'd rather put cranberry in it. They'd rather have a flavor. They'd rather shake it, stir it, have olive juice in it. Anything to avoid the taste of liquor.
When Absolut launched in the 80s, it hit a cultural nerve. That cultural nerve was pop culture. It was New York. It was buzzing. It was a revolt against the 70s. It was a revolt against, maybe Russian and what was Russian vodka. And then Absolut really hit a cultural nerve and exploded. I think, these super premium, as they're called, vodkas that came in and launched in the late 90s, and Sidney Frank is an example of a very successful guy who did that, I think he hit a cultural nerve as well. And that cultural nerve was a culture of maybe flaunting your wealth and showing your excess. I've made it, and this product becomes a symbol of that fact. With Elyx, our ambition here has got to be to hit the same cultural nerve that Michel Roux did with Absolut in the 80s, that Sidney Frank did with Grey Goose in the 90s, and that I think we have a big chance of doing with Elyx from 2015 on. We think that experiences are going to be incredibly central to our marketing. And this space here, the Elyx House, is a perfect manifestation of that. This is a living, breathing ad that people can walk into, sit down, understand what we talk about when we mean warmth and hospitality versus cold and frosty. And we have to do it that way when the old method of slapping a print ad on the back of a magazine is not as effective anymore.
Absolut Elyx had made a really good run at associating themselves with a specific genre, right? Very hip, very fashion, and they did a great job of putting themselves out there. I don't necessarily think that it's going to work, to be honest with you.
Believing is tasting. It will only become believable once somebody tries it and you appreciate that, wow, this is something that I haven't tried before.
So we have a Smirnoff, Absolut Elyx, which is the new brand that Absolut is trying to position at the top of the market, and Grey Goose.
Yes.
So we're starting with A, Salud.
Salud. Pretty tasteless.
Cheers, let's go.
Cheers.
Let's get American
yes,
this time.
American/British there.
Tastes different from the
Yeah,
other one.
a little different, a little less burn.
Less in your face.
Yes.
Skål now.
Skål, or Prost.
Or Prost.
I'm getting more of an aftertaste. It's my least favorite by far.
I agree.
Chemical almost, and
the burn was not as it didn't feel that good.
Yes.
What's your favorite?
I'm going with B.
I like B as the best.
Yes, B for best.
A is a very close second.
Yes.
And C is the
We agree.
The worst.
We agree.
What?
There
Look
you
at
go.
that.
Boom. boom, and you know what? So that's just going to save me a lot of money in my vodka purchases. So
Wow.
there you go.
Smirnoff wins our blind taste test, fitting for the vodka brand with the largest US market share. The question still remains, can Elyx truly carve out its own profitable niche?
We are investing more on Elyx than we have on any other innovation before. Do I think it's going to work? Yes, I actually do. We need to have a little bit of luck, but just on the strength of the liquid alone. Down the line, this will be the biggest vodka, I'm sure.